Right now at 6, one man in custody this morning after state police say he was found inside of a state government building. A live report about what we know so far just moments away.
Well, a new report is shedding light on the mental health crisis across the U.S., including here in Connecticut. Angelo Bavaro is standing by with all of those details.
And the Harris campaign has 200 million reasons why they are smiling this morning as we await her choice for a running mate.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock on a Monday morning. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We're glad you're starting off your new week here. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yeah, great weekend, but it is wet out there, especially the further south and east you get in Connecticut. Let's get over to meteorologist Matt Scott. He's got more.
If you're going to have rain, I highly recommend on a Monday after a nice weekend.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Listen,
absolutely.
We pretty much timed this one pretty well. Good morning to you. Yeah, wet start out there. For some of you, you're seeing some decent rain for the early rush hour this morning. It's a rainy Monday start with a couple of scattered showers and storms, and they're going to hold back the temperature significantly today. Unsettled and warming into 7-day. We'll talk about that coming up. Here's your radar picture. Bullseye right in the center is where we see some moderate to even a little bit of pocket of heavy rain or shower or two over parts of Cromwell up into Rocky Hill, stretches from Durham down Route 17 over to Wallingford, exit 14 on 91. We'll take it to the capital region where Hartford, it's a little lighter, but Farmington Valley starting to see some activity pop up. Now, where's it going? It's actually pushing off from the east to the west. You can see the motion as we put it in review. Some moderate rain now, again, pushing into the Naugatuck Valley over the next couple of minutes. It's part of an area of low pressure offshore, kind of almost something you see tropical in nature. It's not, but it's a very impressive area of low pressure that's kind of kicking all this rain this way. 67 degrees in Hartford, 70 in New Haven, 66 in Groton. Your dew points still behaving for the most part, but starting to percolate a little bit, getting into some humid levels in the mid to upper 60s. So we'll take it through hour by hour. Over the next few, you'll see some decent rain that'll eventually start to go a little more isolated and just taper off in the afternoon hours, maybe even a couple of hints of sunshine in there. Temperature-wise, looking for numbers to get only into the mid to upper 70s as we look for a couple of scattered showers and maybe even a thunderstorm in there, and the chance does continue into the evening. Work week forecast when the rain eases up and the sun comes out again. We said we'll see that in the 7-day. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Now we get to see Rachel Piscatelli for the first time on this Monday. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Following a couple of issues on the roads this morning, new crash over in Farmington described as a multi-vehicle crash eastbound 84 out by exits 39 and 40. We have multiple lanes that are blocked this morning too, so give yourself some extra time. Some minor delays in the area now. Over in Waterbury, Route 8 northbound, there's a rolled over vehicle from exit 30 to exit 31, which is that on-ramp to 84. You can take a live look outside here showing you that it does look like this is on the shoulder this morning and even that on-ramp. So folks are getting by just fine, but give yourself some extra time. Make sure you abide by that move over law so we can kind of protect our first responders that are out there responding to that scene as well. We have emergency crews and also that one vehicle that does look like it is now upright. Waterbury exit 18 to 25, 84 east and westbound. It is a 4 to 5 minute drive. Tim and Erica, Route 8, Seymour to Shelton, 6 minutes. Well, then thanks. Back over to you.
All right, thank you. Well, one man is in custody this morning after state police said he was found inside the vault of a government building last night.
Yeah, police say it happened at the state office building on Capitol Avenue. We're checking in with Fox 61's Brooke Griffin. Brooke, you actually saw this bizarre arrest happen?
Yeah, I was actually driving by yesterday when that was taking place. It, of course, caught my eye with this significant amount of law enforcement that was here in front of this building on a Sunday of all things. Now, I did see a man taken away in handcuffs, and that was from here at this state office building. So typically nobody here on a Sunday. But now this morning, the question is why and how he was inside that building. Now, this all went down just after 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. State police were alerted to suspicious activity here inside this state office building. They arrived within minutes as the Hartford troop just resides right up the street. The building houses the offices of the Attorney General, Secretary of State, and the Teachers Retirement Board. When officers arrived, they say they located the man inside the vault. By 6 o'clock, he was cuffed and put into a trooper's cruiser. Police haven't said why the man was in that vault or how he even gained access to such a secure area. Hartford Police and the Connecticut Department of Administrative Services were also on site to assist. Investigators say a search of the entire building was done, but nobody else was found. CTDAS says that the building is closed today, though, due to their systems and elevators being down, but they've not said exactly how it's related to the case or exactly what happened with that system. So we are working to find out more this morning, and as soon as we have any updates to this story, we'll get that out to you. I'm in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Hi, Brooke, thank you. It is 6:05. New this morning, there's a report that was released just 5 minutes ago that's shedding light on the mental health crisis across the U.S., including here in Connecticut.
Yeah, there's some good news for our state. We have Fox 61's Angela Bavaro joining us here on the desk with a breakdown.
Erica, Tim, good morning. So this individual picture in each state, Connecticut coming in at number 2 in the overall ranking of mental health and well-being, which means a lower prevalence of mental illness and higher rates of access to care. And at the top of that list is Massachusetts. Now, some other key findings from this report: about 23% of adults nationwide experienced a mental illness in the past year. In Connecticut, that number is 21%, and those numbers look pretty similar for kids, with about 20% of youth ages 12 to 17 reporting suffering from at least one major depressive episode in the past year. And in Connecticut, that number is 19.8%.
In the past year, 1 in 5 young people ages 12 to 17 experienced at least one major depressive episode. More than 3 million young people reported frequent thoughts of suicide, and this was especially noticeable amongst LGBTQ youth and youth of color. And nearly 1 in 10 youth reported coping with serious substance use. Notably, more than half of youth who experienced major depression did not receive any mental health treatment. So our youth remain in crisis, and far too many are not getting the help that they and their families so desperately need.
Now, some background here. Numbers from this report are based on the most recent data from 2022. Looking at the bigger picture, Mental Health America says the country remains in mental health crisis. 2022 saw record-breaking numbers of suicide, drug overdose deaths, and continued alarming rates of depression and anxiety. Now, states that scored the lowest in that report in terms of overall mental health, those were Montana, Arizona, and Nevada. Those are all largely rural states. Mental Health America says experience increased risk of social isolation and loneliness, as well as a behavioral health workforce shortage. And that's in contrast, of course, to the more populous states at the top of that list, including Connecticut. Now, taking that first step, that can, of course, be really difficult in terms of getting help. So coming up in the next hour, this report actually breaks down those list of reasons why young people especially are not seeking the help out.
Yeah, yeah, just trying to find ways to get over that stigma.
Exactly.
Like you said, well, it's not good news, at least for Connecticut. It's relatively good news when comparison to the rest of the country, so that is good.
Yeah,
All right,
look forward for more details throughout the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, as you continue to break that down. Angelo, thanks. All right, 6:08 now. Take a look at this fire in Bethel. Firefighters responding just before 6 yesterday morning to this home on Route 302. Crews getting a helping hand from Danbury and 5 other volunteer departments from Brookfield to West Reading. It's not clear right now how the fire may have started.
A 13-hour standoff with police in Wallingford ended with nobody hurt. And there's now a court date today for the man police blamed for it, 52-year-old Artur Zimbicki. Police said he refused to come out of his home on Perkins Drive late Friday night and was threatening to shoot himself. Well, police said another man and 2 women locked themselves in an upstairs bathroom for protection. And officers were able to get them safely out of the house through a window. They said that left Zimbicki inside alone, and they said he finally surrendered Saturday morning at 10:30. He's been charged with reckless endangerment and other crimes.
A motorcyclist is in the hospital after crashing with a pedestrian in Waterbury. Officers say it happened just before 9:30 Saturday night at the intersection of East Main and William Streets. Now, we're told the 42-year-old man riding the motorcycle suffered life-threatening injuries. His passenger left the scene before police arrived. The 23-year-old man who was hit crossing the street was seriously hurt and is expected to survive. Meantime, a crash in Waterbury coming a day after that one on Jordan Lane in Wethersfield. Connecticut's news station on the scene Friday morning as officers investigated a crash between a motorcyclist and a vehicle. We still don't know how many people were involved in that crash or their conditions. We have a call out to Wethersfield police this morning to get some answers.